So Jessica says, how do I make him work for my attention via text without pushing him away? I bought your irresistible text product, and I don't feel like some of the text samples were relatable to me. I like the idea of giving him a challenge, but I don't know how I can do that. Well, the best thing that you can do, Jessica, is don't even worry about like texting him being a challenge in terms of like the actual things that you text them. You can do that, right? There's a lot of different ways that you can do that. But the best thing that you can do is be a challenge, and not even necessarily be a challenge, but make him work to get you, right? Make him work for your time, your attention, your love. I don't know if you got the texting rules stuff as well, but the best thing that you can do is let him invest in you and prove to you that he's the right guy, and connect with you, and work to get you out, and avoid chasing him, right? That's the main key, Jessica, is that you avoid chasing him. So you don't want to be the one who's initiating all the texts, trying to get him to meet up and all that kind of stuff. And that's one of the things I talk about in the texting rules stuff, where I talk about how to you like what the different percentages are, right? You don't want to be always the one communicating and connecting and doing all this stuff, because then you're going to be over investing in all that kind of stuff. And instead, you want him to start doing all that stuff with you. And the way that you do that is just by giving him space, right? Like cutting things off, stop trying to build a whole relationship over text message. Like the texts are great, but if you're trying to build an entire relationship over text message, not only is it very, very difficult, I mean, it is possible, you can do it, people have done it before, but instead what you want to do is kind of shut things down a little bit, right? That's the best way to be a challenge, is to shut things down and be like, hey, I love talking, I really like talking to you, but I'm really busy right now, but I'd love to meet up, and I'll make some time to meet up, but I don't have tons of time to text right now. So if you want to meet up at some point, let me know. Right. And so basically what you want to do is kind of leave things open, so that in order for him to really connect with you some more, instead of trying to build that all over text message, you get it so that he has to start pursuing you, right? He has to start leading. He has to start investing. He has to start putting things together and meeting up with you and showing up with you, because in reality, texting is great and all. It's a really cool medium that we've created, and there's a lot of good and bad that's come from it. But long-term, short, good term, bad, short term, long, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. The point is that the magic is in the meetup. You want to meet up with this man and get him in real life, because that is where you connect. That's where he's going to sniff all over you, right? Hopefully he's not sniffing all over you too soon, but you smell each other's pheromones and stuff, and you're like, and you start looking at each other longingly, and you're like, ooh, you, and he's like, oh, you, right? And all that kind of stuff. And you learn about each other's personalities in real life, because some people are really great over text, but they suck in real life, right? Some people suck over text, but they're amazing in real life. And so you don't want to spend all your time on text message. You want to get into real life. That way, you know who he is as a person for real, right? And you sniffing those pheromones. You're looking at each other all right. You're looking at each other and you're like, are you the kind of man that I want to be with? And he's like, well, yes, darling. Are you the kind of woman I want to be with, right? And then you guys get together and you do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about.